planned for April 16th, 2025. But our lion roared, and the plot collapsed. They are 1. Lieutenant Barry Abdrahman, Burkinabe Armed Forces officer, deserter, identified as the main instigator, operating from Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. 2. Kompa Traore, former officer of the armed forces. 3. Zerbo Laoko, former non-commissioned officer of the Burkinabe Army. 4th, Commander Ouedraogo Frederick, officer serving at the Integrated Operations Center of Burkina Faso. 5. Kabore Constantine, officer of the armed forces undergoing training in a European country but deserted and joined the group in Abidjan. 6. Captain Ouedraogo René David, on the run, tried to recruit other officers through religious and traditional leaders. What a president to praise. A coup was planned for April 16, 2025, but our lion roared and the plot collapsed.
Ainsi que sur les opérations militaires. Après analyse technique approfondie, l'individu est identifié au nom de Barry Abdrahman et se trouve être un officier des forces armées burkinabè.
Let the whole world hear it. Enemies had conspired against Burkina Faso. They wanted to tear down our sovereignty, rip apart our unity, and drag our land into chaos. Soldiers, in alliance with shadowy militants, plotted a coordinated assault on the presidency. Their aim? Power. Confusion. But the spirits of Sankara and the heroes of yesteryears whispered strength into our leaders. This plan was not an illusion. It was a dangerous, deeply rooted conspiracy. From Ouagadougou to foreign capitals, traitors were moving. They planned attacks in several regions. They hoped to divide and conquer, to hand Burkina Faso to foreign puppeteers under the name of international order. And these were not amateurs. These were well-connected, well-financed, and well-armed operatives. They had maps, weapons, lists of targets. But they failed to realize one thing. Burkina Faso is a nation reborn, a nation that no longer bows to fear. But alas, the enemies forgot one thing. Burkina Faso is awake. Our intelligence services, guardians of the homeland, intercepted communications. They cracked the code. They followed the signals. They uncovered the monster hiding in plain sight. Minister of Security Mahamadou Sana, with calm courage, shared the news with the nation. An officer of the Burkinabe Armed Forces, Barry Abdrahman, once entrusted with duty, had become a deserter and traitor. His betrayal ran deep. He was caught communicating with offering sensitive information, troop movements, strategic positions, and VDP operations. This was no lone wolf. This was a network. From Barry to Kompa Traore, from Zerbo Laoko to Commander Ouedraogo Frederick. From Europe to Abidjan, the conspirators wove a web of sedition. But as they conspired, the loyal among us rose higher. Burkinabe patriots stood alert. They watched, they listened, they acted. These are our heroes, not seen on TV, not praised on billboards, but silently standing in the shadows of the Republic to protect her. They plotted with precision. April 16th was the chosen day. Soldiers were to storm the presidency. At the same time, large-scale attacks were planned to distract and weaken the nation. Air vectors were to be hijacked. Civilians were to be panicked. The army overwhelmed. The goal? A total collapse of order. Key installations were marked. Radio stations, television, transmitters, army armories, presidential convoy routes, all were targeted. They believed Burkina Faso would kneel. They believed the people would run. They did not count on the shield of patriotism. But Burkina Faso is not built on sand. Our foundations are deep. Our roots are revolutionary. And the plot